So next we're going to talk about probably one of the best apps a true collector could ever download. Matt turned me on to it, and it made my life so much easier. And it's the best thing I've ever done. If you are a video game collector, your life would be so much better if you just go ahead and download Gameye. Oh, so good, so good. They cover peripherals, but man, cataloging your collection.
They did start covering print media too, which is one of their newer things. So you can put like strategy guides on there.
As awesome as Gameye is, it's free, which is crazy. I'd pay for this in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely would too. This is like if you guys, there's other apps, there's other things that you guys can use out there. You can use an Excel doc like I almost did, and then I was like, "There's got to be a better way," and then that's when I found Game Eye. But there's all sorts of things you can do. There's other apps, but this is the biggest thing is it's free. It works extremely well, and they're always updating and adding new stuff. Like there's going to be a new database that you can use that's going to be like
Mhm.
online. It's in like a beta period now, but eventually there's going to be like a full website database that goes along with it. It won't be just an app anymore.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it still kind of functions like that when you're on there, but like I said, they're still working all that stuff out. But
Mhm.
they're always making updates, always making improvements. And to Wes's point, it's free.
It's free. I just want to meet the guys that created this app, and I would bow before them. It's so good because not only does it categorize your collection, it gives you pricing.
Hmm.
It gives you current market value pricing. When you input a new title, and it's so easy because you can either scan the barcode or enter it manually, and then you can determine if it's a loose, if it's complete, if it's still sealed, and it gives you a price based on what you input. It's so easy. I love this app. I love this app.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It works super simple. There was a big update in the past few months that kind of recategorized some things. So there was a point where like you could add stuff, and they might be added like 15 times, and you might have the one version that's not really being tracked on there. But they've kind of updated it now where they purged everything. So if you were an existing user, you had to kind of figure that out and move some stuff around. But if you're a
Mm,
brand new user, you're not going to have that problem at all. You're going to know, what the right one to add is. There won't be really any other option.
okay.
Um, yeah, the other thing I like about it is how you can sort by systems. So if I wanted to just look at my NES collection, I could do that.
Hmm.
It'll give you an overview price of the entire NES library that you have on your collection, and they'll give you like an estimate of like how much that library is worth, and then it breaks it down individually per title.
Hmm.
And these prices are all I'm sure they're tied to like eBay or price charting or something like that, but it is always updating and getting right pretty damn accurate information. I've never seen anything on here that's far off from you know what the going price should be. It's mostly pretty accurate.
Yeah, pretty much. And then another cool thing when you are in your system and looking at games for that particular system, it tells you your top three most expensive games in that category. So if you pull up, Nintendo 64, it'll show you your top three games in that for that system. It's just I was like, man, this app gets better and better.
It does. They keep improving it. So if you guys don't have Game Eye, it's a strong, strong recommend from both Wes and I. Go download it. It's free. It's on iOS. It's on stinky Androids. If you're like Wes, um, but yeah, it'll work on there. And again, the website will be up soon. I don't know when exactly. I just know that they're working on it because I signed up for like the beta and stuff. And man, when that website's up, dude, that's going to be awesome. I want to be able to do so much more stuff.
I know. I
I'm really,
know.
I'm really curious to see what they do with analytics because I bet you there's going to be a ton more because these guys are clearly pretty nerdy, right? I guarantee you there's going to be a lot more analytics and like things you can filter through. I'm going to be digging into that hardcore. just being like, all right, well, what are, because when you go to price charting, you're trying to look up like, all right, well, what are the most
Hmm.
expensive N64 games? You can find it, but it's like kind of convoluted and like
Hmm.
there's random crap in there too. It's not just games. It's like, well, what is this? Like, well, this shouldn't really count. Why is this on here? And I'm sure they're gonna filter out all that stuff. Like they're collectors. They're gonna have it in a functional way that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the cool thing is to also too, it doesn't track just physical. It If you have digital, you can input digital also.
That's a good call, Wes.
Yeah.
That's really important if you go to buy. I buy stuff digitally and physically. So if I'm at like a convention, I'm like, oh crap, did I buy this? I don't know. And you just grab your app and check
Hmm.
because there's this ton of stuff I have digitally that might have slipped my mind. Right? I know a lot more of my physical games than I do my digital ones, but it's always good to have a reference point.
Oh yeah. When I go game hunting out in the wild and I pull out my Gameye, it just see what I have, what I don't have. But it's so good. Now I just want to let everybody know we are in no way affiliated with Gameye.
No, they don't sponsor us. They don't
Nothing.
pay for anything.
I just think this is the best app I have ever downloaded.
Yeah, it's worth the investment of doing this and hitting yes because it doesn't cost you anything again.
Right. I mean, it's depending upon the size of your collection. It's a little time consuming initially because you have to input every game into the app. But
Right, you
once
have to
you
tell it
do it,
what you have. That's right.
it's 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 there. I think the only and this is me really nitpicking. I think the only downfall for me, and it's maybe because I'm on Android, is when I get a new phone and try to import my Gameye to my new phone. It's not easy.
I haven't had a new phone in probably 3 or 4 years, so I don't know what that's going to look like when I get a new one. But if I had it on my phone before
Mhm.
then, I had no problems. But I have an iPhone, so
Yeah, I know when I got a new phone and I tried to import my Gameye from my old phone to the new phone, and I had to download like an extra app,
yeah.
like an Explorer app to save my file to my Google Drive and then upload it, but then it wouldn't upload into Gameye. It kept trying to upload into like a whole nother app.
They do it all, man. And it's free. Come on, get in there.
Everybody get your Gameye on.
Yeah, and if they end up charging for you guys in the future, just pay them the 5 or 10, whatever the hell they charge you. It's worth it. Like, just use the app for a few months, and you're gonna be like, "How are these guys doing this for free?" That's exactly what you're gonna say to
Oh
yourself.
yeah. I mean, I recommend like for the comic collectors, the CLZ app, and they were charging like $15, but it let you input as many comics as you have. The free version they capped you at 100, but
Mm.
for $15, it was worth it, and it's great. So, I mean, Game Eye is free. Come on, y'all, get on it.
Now, what I want to know is if you don't use Gameye, what do you use? Drop a comment. Let us know what you are using out there. Is there a different app that you think is better? Maybe Wes and I will check it out and compare the two in a future video. But let us know. Do you guys use Gameye yourself? Drop a comment. Let us know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm curious to see what other forms people use to categorize their collection. If there's something different, let us know. But right now, I'm all about Game Eye.